So here we are in deepest, darkest urban Manchester, and after a series of blank sessions on my local lake, I've come to have a blank session on one of my local rivers. This is River Irk, and it's running through Blackley, and I'm having the afternoon off because my little daughter here, my 5-year-old, who's definitely a better fishing expert than her daddy, has been thrown out of school because somebody in her bubble has reported him with COVID. So she's off work. Well, she's off school for a week's isolation. So we're going to fill some of this isolation in with a little bit of fishing. So here's the River Irk. It's about 10 metres wide, vast, shallow. For years, well, nearly 200 years, it's just a polluted urban sewer. Everyone threw the rubbish in it, and everyone discounted it as a fishery, including me for years. And one day I was at work, it was in mid 2000s, and I thought to myself, well, do you know what happened? Sod it, I've got fish in the Irk. I'm going to see if there's fish in the Irk. So I came down one lunchtime from work with half a pint of maggots. I'm just going to jump down. Came down from work with half a pint of maggots and a float rod, and I went fishing. Not here, somewhere else on the Irk. And I'll quickly, at the end of this, well, right now after I've finished this clip, I'll show you a picture of the fish that I caught.
Are we fishing up here?
In a minute.
We're going to fish.
So, that was the fish that I caught. I can't believe it. 36 inches long. It was huge. I never caught a trout like it out of this stream that everybody thought was massively polluted. So it's an amazing. I have no idea what it was eating to get to that size, but it was off the scale, and it sparked an interest for me in the River Tame, in the River Irk, and in river restoration. And since then, I occasionally pop down to this stream. It's called the River Irk, but it's really just a stream. And it keeps on throwing up surprises. So I've come down for an hour with a young lady here, and I've got a lure rod, got my landing net. I've got a little light fishing tackle bag here, and I'm going to rig up, we'll cast a few little jelly lures out and see if we can catch, or if my unlucky blanking streak will continue. So this is my setup again. Daiwa Mega 4 7-foot rod, very light, ultralight rod. Kuma red reel, 6 pound braid, 4 pound fluoro, which you can't see obviously, but I've attached it using a 5-term water knot. And this is the selection of lures that I just carry with me. So small jellies, little 3 and 1.5 gram jig heads, and because I don't really worry, and I'll come fishing with her ladyship today. I think there she is. She can choose which lure we're going to use. So Pinker, Katie, are you going to choose which colour we use?
Gold.
We're going to choose sparkly gold. Okay. I'm surprised she didn't choose that one. But obviously we call her Pinker for a reason, because she likes this colour. But so we'll go with the gold and see how we get on. So it didn't take long for a ladyship to get a bit fed up, but to be fair, if you come early morning or late in the evening, where I'm stood now is at the end of a place called, if you've got Google Maps, Kendall Road in Blackley in Manchester. It's about Blackley really. Locals and myself, we all call it Blackley. And it's a little forested area. There are fish here, a bit thin on the ground. It doesn't help when my little fishing accomplice has lost interest after the first 3 minutes. But hey ho, we'll have a wander upstream for an hour and see what we can catch. Look at that. Isn't it lovely? You'd never believe that you're right in the heart of the city. Hey. I should come here more often. I always say that. a mile and a half away from the home farm. 5 minutes in the car. I should come here more often. Look at that. Let's see what we can get around the corner. We're going to go head a little bit upstream. Round that bend, there's a big long straight section with a couple of deep pools in it. That's where the fish are, in those deep pools. Let's see what we can get. So we've had dancing and prancing about, stone throwing, rock jumping, and this is not normally a bad swim. Some fantastic overhanging cover. It's an urban river, look, it's full of footballs. So a match of the day swim. Drops off into a nice little pool here. Run the lure through there. Not a dicky bird, but I have my little pal daylighting every bit of river, or skylining is a better phrase. Skylining every bit of river. She isn't quiet, and it's a nice afternoon out. Look at these lovely swims. As you've already guessed, I've not caught anything yet. I don't, to be honest with you. Accompanied by a ladyship, I don't really expect to. But look at these lovely, dappled, shaded, sunlighted stream. There's a little bit of a deeper point as the river just comes around this bend here. I was hoping, to be honest with you, I was hoping to get a fish out of this swim, but it's not to be. And being the good dad that I am, I've succumbed with changed lure to the sparkly pink one. See, because this little lady here insisted that we weren't catching anything because we had the wrong lure on, so I've put on a cone head jig head and this 2-inch little pink sparkly jelly. As yet, no interest. Carry on, we've got another 300 or 400 yards of stream to have a go at, which we will, and then head back to the car and pick up the other young man that I have from primary school. So here we are, lovely Blackley Forest, and this is really my last chance. This swim here is really my last chance of a fish in this little session. It's just behind the primary school. See? And there used to be a weir here. This used to be a weir pool, and you can see just up there the footings of the old weir where it was removed. So it's about a 5-foot weir, and in the mid 2000s the Environment Agency took it out, but we're left with a nice little pool there, a lovely riffle, a lovely bit of urban debris, plenty of Himalayan balsam, but a couple of nice pools to have a little cast into. So we'll have 10 minutes here, see how we get on, and then head home. It's Friday afternoon, pick up the young man at 3 o'clock, and we have our traditional run to the sweetie shop, and the sweetie shop might be my only source of pleasure this afternoon. There we go, we'll find out in a minute.
Letting it go out.
So there we go, a little
Have I let my fishy go
quick
out?
half-hour session on the River Irk in Blackley. Another blank, 6 on the trot. I think it's a record. I need to go to a commercial. Put some fish in my hand on the bank. Oh, it's terrible. But that's what you get when you're fishing urban parks and urban rivers with very ropey water quality. You never know what you're gonna get, but when you actually catch one, you know that you've earned it. It's a decent fish. It's not being put there for you to catch on a plate, and it takes skill and patience to catch them. But I just love coming here. It's a favourite little spot of mine. Caught in the past, not today, and a ladyship has been having a tremendous time splashing and throwing stones around, making my life difficult. I can sometimes blame the weather, sometimes blame atmospheric pressure, I can blame the leaves, I can blame the bait, I can blame the people I go fishing with for being noisy. And today I can blame this one for being noisy, impatient, stone throwing. What else have you done to me?
Pulverising you.
You've been pulverising me, yeah, but we've not been pulverising the fish. So it was only a short video today. I'm out over the weekend. Oh, a little mink on the far bank. Let's see if we can catch her. Another reason why it's difficult fishing. Have a look over near the base of that tree. Maybe in a minute it will show itself, but there's definitely a mink at the base of this tree here. It's coming across the bank. Kate, look at the little black animal on the far bank. Can you see?
Yeah.
There's like a. Yeah, he's still there.
Squirrel, I think.
No, it's not a squirrel. It's a mink.
What?
He's looking at us. We're looking at him, or it, or her. It's gone again. Oh, it's coming. There we go. Look at that, Kate.
What is this?
He's a mink.
What's a mink? What's that?
Disappeared.
I don't see it anymore.
Disappeared down a hole. I think he lives there. Might be one of the reasons why I've not caught any fish. Ha! So I can add that to my list of excuses. I'm glad you've seen that. You've witnessed it. It's not down to my poor fishing skill. The mink have eaten all the fish. Thank you very much. I'm off fishing at the weekend. I'm doing a bit of sea fishing over in Blackpool. I might get a bit of drop shotting in at Salford Quays. I don't know, but I'm definitely off to Blackpool on Sunday. We'll see what happens when I throw my hooks in the sea for a change.